Hello, BMSers. Welcome to the 2020 Week 3 episode of The Free Agent Man. We're a little bit tardy, but I don't consider it late until the Thursday night football game is over. Last I checked, the Jets were up 7-3 over the Broncos, over Pastor Steve's Broncos. All right, in third place, we had Concerts Love TDs. They had to replace the sideline Saquon Barkley. They picked up Carolina's running back Mike Davis. He had a touchdown and 90 yards. Nice find. Second place, Larry Brown's Crank, the Siegmans, our league's front runner. They dropped the Jacksonville running back Chris Thompson and picked up the Rams running back Darrell Henderson Jr., who had 120 yards and a touchdown. And if you made savvy moves like that, you too could name other teams nipple dick. And in first place, John Brown's Hind Parts. This league's Kane to Benny's Abel. Our league's Frank Stallone. The Clint Howard of BMS, Stephen, William, and Daniel Baldwin all rolled into one, Barney Lunsford.
What's up, everyone? It's Barney, or should I say John Brown Hind Parts. Free Agent Man asked me to answer a couple of questions that he has because I'm Free Agent Man of the Week, or I should say Pickup Man of the Week.
There's something women like about a pickup man.
He and I weren't able to connect on the phone because he's halfway across the world and timing just wasn't right. But he sent me a list of questions that I've got to answer in this awkward monologue. So hopefully it's not too boring for everyone. I'll just go question by question. So number one, you were Pickup Man of the Week because you dropped Chicago's defense and picked up Indianapolis. Do you remember why you made the pickup? Did something catch your eye? Well, Chicago's defense actually hadn't played too terribly the first couple of games of the year. It was just Indianapolis against the Jets. Seemed like a really favorable matchup for Indianapolis because Sam Darnold really just hasn't been that fiery. I expected him to throw maybe a pick or two. I did not expect him to throw 2 pick sixes, so that was kind of a nice bonus. I picked him up picked up Indianapolis' defense in a couple of other leagues, and it paid off really well. So that was nice. Number 2, how's Baby Scarlett? Share your favorite dad stories. Baby Scarlett is awesome. Having a kid is really great. I never thought I could love something so much. She's super cute and fun to hang out with. She is feisty. I don't have any favorite dad stories. I mean, she's 4 months old, and with COVID, we don't really have the chance to do a ton just yet, but I know we will once everything dies down with COVID. But she's feisty. She's dealt with some acid reflux and colic after she was born, so she's been somewhat of a handful, but it's all worth it. I know Sarah and I are looking forward to the days where we can make it through the night without getting up. So hopefully that's sooner rather than later. Number 3, what's the story behind John Brown Hind Parts? There's really not much of a story. It's just me being lazy. So if you guys remember last year, John Brown Hind Parts was actually my name because I had John Brown on my team. And then this year I drafted, I think, what's his name, Marquise Brown or something Brown. And I was like, you know what? I can't drop this guy. And I've refused to drop Marquise Brown because it's now my team name. And I know if I drop him, I've got to come up with another name. So I just left my name the same and not really too much behind it except that I'm lazy and don't want to come up with another creative name. Hypothetical BMS showdown. Give some reasoning behind any of your selections. Number 1, who would you rather travel across the country with during a zombie apocalypse? Jacqueline Kieschnick or Jess Wininger? Both Jess and Jacqueline are pretty feisty, strong ladies. I feel like both of them would be great choices no matter what. But if I had to pick, I've played a couple of board games with Jess, and she's super competitive and doesn't like to lose. So I feel like that would be, a positive attribute to have during a zombie apocalypse. So, Jess, let's do it. Hop in the car. I got a nice day.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. The correct answer was actually Jacqueline. Yes, it turns out she has great navigational skills. She's skilled with a shotgun. And one time she held her bladder for 16 straight hours on a road trip. So, yeah, actually, you would want Jacqueline.
Number 2, who would fare better on an Amish farm, Carrie Ruckty or Ginny Stackman? Damn, you're putting me up against the ladies today. Carrie has like one of the cleanest houses every time we come over for a party, so I don't know if she would do well on any sort of farm. And Ginny's, I feel like roughing it over in another country, that might be a pretty positive. I feel like I've got to lean with Ginny on that one, just with her living in another country, and maybe that would fare well on an Amish farm. I don't know.
Oh, no, you definitely want Carrie. You see, she's a teacher. She has better biblical knowledge than Jenny. She could really lend herself to the community. And Jenny has a foul mouth. They would run her right out of the community. And I've spoken to Jenny's husband, and she's not very obedient to her husband. She's a little mouthy, that one.
Number 3, who would you rather flip a house with, Janet or Stephanie Kotzer? Well, that one's pretty easy. I really don't know Stephanie, so no harm, no foul there. Janet, though, actually, for those of you who don't know, helped me and my family build the house that my parents live in right now. So, and that was back when I was in middle school, so maybe around 10 years ago. So I know she has some knowledge around building houses and putting up drywall and doing all sorts of stuff like that. Plus, she's a realtor, so I feel like she would know the housing market and where to price things and kind of all that stuff. So, Jana, you're my girl. Let's do it.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. 0 for 3. First of all, don't get in bed like that with a family member. I mean, you guys lose some money. It's going to be awkward Thanksgivings for 10 years. So, and then all the other reasons why you'd want Stephanie. I don't know if you knew this, but she's fluent in Spanish. She could help direct the day laborers. She's a great money manager, and she's a nurse practitioner. I mean, anything goes wrong, she can patch up you. She can patch up one of the workers. You avoid these medical expenses that you'd be looking at with Janet. But
and that looks like all the questions. Hope you guys all have a good week. All of you suck, and I will see y'all in the playoffs. Bye.
Thanks a lot, Barney. I wish I could have caught you live. All right, and our bust of the week was Pretty in Pink, the Brunings. This is kind of an in general bust. You guys turned your back on Tampa Bay. You guys dumped their defense, who was your pickup of the week last week for the Chargers defense. So this flop ultimately cost you 15 fantasy points. And then you also benched the boy that you used to take in the first round. You benched Brady to pick up Roethlisberger. Brady had 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. Big Ben had 240 yards and only 2 touchdowns. Well, you had a pretty rough week, though. And even if you would have left everybody from Tampa Bay in and got those 21 extra points, you still would have lost this week. All right, for shoulda, woulda, couldas, we had a couple this week. Ruckdies, if you would have put in Sammy Watkins at your flex position, you would have beat off in church this week. And hindsight's 2020, the Weningers, if you would have played Sony Michel at any of your running back positions or your flex spot, you would have beat the young Barney Lunsford this week. Well, thank you for tuning in to the Free Agent Man. And remember, before you click that add drop button, the Free Agent Man will be critiquing you.